then the other Christmassy Doctor Who I listened to, 379, also money well spent, right? And that one being $1.90 is crazy, but 379, definitely money well spent. Spare parts. Now, I haven't listened to this, I don't know, probably in 15, 20 years, and boy, it's a classic. It is probably the only classic I can think of from the Peter Davison in audio. So, very, very Christmassy, very, very, very dark. It's essentially Genesis of the Cybermen. The Doctor arrives on Mondas, right? And it's Mondas just before Cybermen take over. So it's very similar to World Enough in Time and The Doctor Falls, which I love those episodes, especially with those classic Mondosian Cybermen, right? Oh, man, I really love that. It's so cool, right? And it's weird. When they did Age of Steel and what was the other one? They had to credit Mark Platt for some reason because they did a Cyberman origin story. This is much closer to the Capaldi World Enough in Time and the Doctor Falls. So society is around like the 1950s, and they're having a Christmas style celebration. So there's all these like Christmassy decorations up there, Christmas trees, and so for me, yeah, this is another great creepy Christmas horror. The Cybermen are realized fantastically, very, very authentically to 10th Planet, but also absolutely terrifying because they're the first time you encounter them, they're kind of like police, right? You have cyber horses, and you hear them whipping people, get back, but, they talk about how tall they are, invulnerable, but it's a society that's like on decline, right? They're living inside their planet, and they're trying to work out a way of. They're acting like there's a war, and they're trying to society to survive because they've been thrust out of their orbit from the sun, opposite Earth, and so again, the society is degenerating. People are transplants is like a very normative thing. Right, so you meet different dodgy characters. The Doctor and Nyssa arrive there; they get split up. There's curfews going on, so Nyssa ends up with this kindly family. So you get a ground level view of this society as it implodes, right? As the Cybermen take over, right? At the same time, the Doctor ends up on the higher levels of society, so you get like an upper level of the society. Also, as the Cybermen implode. So the way you get it from the ground level is the daughter of the kindly family gets called up, right, to do their part in getting them wherever, get them back to where they need to be, or getting these like planetary engines online or something like that. But she's converted into a Cyberman, right? And the horror of that when she finally goes home, because she doesn't get, because what story problem, there's something she doesn't get programming, so she goes home. Right, and you see like the horror of her parent, of her father and her brother. Right, they see how their daughter's been mutilated into a cyber person, and it's more effective than the whole Bill Potts becoming a Cyberman. But it's in that same ballpark, and there's a wonderful air of desperation and bleakness to it. Right, when again, as the Cybermen start to take over. There's great world building here by Mark Platt, right? Just by little things like they call, people like they call Doctor Man and Sister Man. They're different titles they have. Sally Kinvet, Jenna from Blake 7, is the mad scientist doctor who essentially invents Cybermen. And again, but like one by one, they all get subsumed into being converted, right? And there's a kind of like acceptance into that. It ends on a positive note, then it then goes on to a much bleaker note. But again, just really prime numero uno Doctor Who. I can't like the difference between this. I'm not even Jodie, which stuff I think it was garbage, but the difference in the quality of this and Star Beast, The Giggle, even Wild Blue is not that. They're not even in the same universe, right? They are genuinely not in the same universe. This is just fantastic Christmas fare, right? I can't recommend this highly enough, right? They're really good stuff.
Doctor Who. Spare Parts.
It's taken 6 years training, but the sky's the limit today as mankind sets out on its mission to see the stars.
This area is restricted to civilians.
Why? What aren't we supposed to see?
I saw your friend. Seemed like an amiable chap.
The doctor?
At Dodds.
What were you doing there?
What's happening?
Oh, power cut. Just when I got the lights on.
Sounds like your society's in its death throes. Not the end of the world. You could be right. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Mondas doesn't have a future after all.
Emergency generators! Get the backup generators running!
Keep moving.
It's too dark to see.
No one leaves! No one!
Dr. Van Allen, you are relieved of your duties.
How dare you, Zhang! All this is my work! I created you!
And I am superior to you. Be proud while you still have the capacity.
That travesty that was once a human being is part of it. I don't know how long it'll take. I'm not even sure I want to stop it. But I can give you a wake-up call. It's up to you, not me, to change things and stop this horror once and for all.
Clear these streets. Return to your homes. There is nothing to see.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet! Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.